Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Good to see everyone on here. Hello, Ashley, Renee, Felicia, Bethany. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to see everyone here. Yep, I see my moderator just posted subscribers tonight. So glad everyone could join. I want to make sure everyone is aware that on the 24th is when we'll be doing the drawing for the free subscribers 15-minute reading. I've been doing that every month. Is that whenever you subscribe every month on the 24th, I put all my subscribers into a bowl and I do the drawing. And I do the drawing, I record it. I don't do it live, but I do record it and post it. I'm feeling really good. Thanks, Renee. Actually, I'm feeling, I am starting to experience a few side effects from the radiation, but I'm feeling good. I appreciate you asking. And something that I was getting the other day is I was starting to retain water, which has never been an issue for me, which I thought was weird. A weird side effect for radiation, I thought. All right. Looks like my moderator is already on, y'all. Y'all know the drill. Get her done. If you are subscribing to me, you probably already do know the drill. One last time before we get into reading, I do want to remind everyone that on the 24th, I will be doing the drawing for the free 15-minute reading. So I will do it live. I put all my subscribers in a bowl, and then I draw from them, and then I post it, the drawing. I don't do it live, but I do herbal teas. Yeah, I'm doing a lot. I mean, if you could see the amount of supplements I'm taking, it would boggle the mind when it comes to my homeopathic doctor has subscribed me quite a few things. She even had a special, I didn't even know you could do this, but you can send a formula off if you have certain credentials. You can send a formula off to a pharmacy and they will make a special herbal formula just for you. Who knew you could do that? Anyway. All right. Let's see who's first. Who we get? All right, let's see. We're going to do Natalie here. Miss Natalie, you're first up. Going to kick us off tonight. Remember, just confirm or deny. Her name is Nataphobic. She wants Grandma Emma or Grandpa Pedro. Okay, so you know how it is, Natalie. I will start describing who is stepping up, and then you confirm or deny the information. All right, we have a female. So it's not Grandpa Pedro. It is a female. Grandma Emma is showing me that she was an avid reader. So I'll just remind everyone watching. So I start describing the spirit stepping up, and Natalie's job is to pop in the comments and say, yes, that's my spirit, or no, it isn't. If it's not her spirit or yours, and when it's your turn and it's not your spirit, just feel free to say no. We'll find out who they belong to. Okay, so Grandma Emma is showing me that she was an avid reader, and towards the end of life, she really wants me to pick up my reading glasses. She wants me to put my reading glasses on. So you would have remembered it towards the end of her life, or as she got older, she had to have reading glasses. She is showing me that she had salt and pepper hair. She did not dye it. She's also showing me something about her teeth. She either had teeth problems or she had false teeth. It feels more like some false teeth because she's making my teeth feel kind of loose in my head. All right, Miss Natalie, does this sound like your grandma? Miss Natalie. I'm not seeing her. Not seeing confirmation for Miss Natalie. We might have a spirit up for grabs. I appreciate y'all sharing my live. I was looking back through for her comments, and I appreciate, sounds about right. All right. Okay. So for those of you watching, Natalie has confirmed the information. How many followers does she have? Well, not quite enough. Good for you, Natalie. I was about to make you go live. You're like, no, I don't have enough followers. Don't do that to me. Okay. So, I don't know if you remember your grandma having problems with her teeth, but she's really focusing on the fact that my teeth are kind of moving in my face or mouth, and she had problems when that really bothered her. The fact that her teeth, it's like I feel like I couldn't get my teeth to fit right. She's also showing me that she, not only was she an avid reader, she also took, I feel like I need a pen right here. Remember when ladies used to do that? People don't do that anymore. But I feel like I need a pen right here, like I'm writing things down. And now I'm holding it here. And I'm going to, it's like she was a bookkeeper or something. I feel like I need to go through receipts and put my pen here as I'm going through them, and then I'm making notes. Just giving me a little bit of information about her life. She's also saying, and she tells me, Natalie, that you are going to disagree with this. So when spirits already know that you don't see yourself in the same light as them, they tell me, hey, she's going to disagree with it. She's telling me that you are good at facts and figures. Now, yes, is that math? But so many people get like basic math and accounting type math confused with algebra. I don't particularly like it when you mix my numbers and letters either, and I have my master's is in business with a finance concentration, and I still don't like it whenever you mix up my letters and numbers. I like numbers to mean something. So that's what she is saying, that you are really good at math when numbers mean something. So when spirits tell me things like this, it's usually when you are kind of looking for a new path. You're wondering, what am I going to do? I'm getting tired of my job. I need to you're getting bored with what you're doing. You need to kind of broaden your horizons. And hello, Misty. So make sure if you are looking for a new path, a new career that you want to pursue, you're going to look at accounting or some kind of bookkeeping. You'd be really good at it. She's also showing me a little boy who is younger than you, Natalie. So either your son or a nephew. And it's a reference that she sees this child exists, and she is very much around this sweet boy. Is what she's calling him, sweet boy. If she was on Earth, she'd be eating him up. Whenever my grandbabies see me, they will call me the kissing monster, because I will go over and just kiss all over their face, and that's exactly what she would be doing. I'm the kissing monster, and my moderator is the hugging monster. So there you go. All right. Thank you, Miss Natalie, for letting me read your grandma. She was very sweet, a great way to kick off our evening, and thank you for confirming the data. I appreciate that. All right. Here's someone else. Joan. Okay, I was about to say, we're about to read Anna and Grandma Joan, but I don't know where all my men are, because there's a bunch of men over here, so I don't know. Usually I have people requesting a bunch of men. I have a bunch of men in spirit. You have a couple. My moderator says he has a couple. The men are just standing there waiting oh so patiently.
Yes, they should.
For the, my husband said, as they should. We all know that's a lie. Actually, my husband does. Ashley Renee, can you ask for the first spirit that comes up? Usually how that works, if you don't put one in comment, I do spirit led. Like off and on, I will do spirit led, and I will just grab a spirit over there. And so had my moderator not said that he has a couple of men on his list, I would have said, we're doing spirit led next, because there's so many men over there. I want to grab one of them. Oh Lord. And one of them is extra flirty, just so we know. So if someone has, I'm not done with you, Anna. We're going to come to your Grandma Joan. There is a gentleman, he has a grandpa. I wrote down grandpa. I was like, what am I writing down? I was writing and not even paying attention. He has a grandpa energy. This man is flirty to the point where he's almost a little bit inappropriate, because I was like, I was going to grab a man, and he said, you can grab me. And the way he stepped up, I was like, that's kind of gross. Can you not? And some men are okay when they flirt. There are some men who are just kind of charming, and that's their nature, is to flirt. This gentleman is a little bit sleazy, I'm feeling, with his flirty. Yes, he was. He like had an eye for the ladies and not in a good way. All right. So we're going to put him on ice. So come stand over here, dude. And we're going to switch over to Anna and her grandma Joan. Okay, Anna, your grandma Joan is about as impressed with this other spirit as I am. She's stepping up, like walking past him, and she's not doing that because it's really a thing in heaven. It's just showing me their personalities. So she's someone who would not have tolerated someone being disrespectful to her or being any kind of lewd or flirting with her. She would have shut that crap down immediately. This lady was a force to be reckoned with. She is showing me that she liked Avon, and she didn't just like their tchotchkes to sit around. She actually liked the Avon makeup, their lipstick in particular. All right. Does that sound like your had a pain, Grandma, Miss Anna, Anna?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
She has a lot too.
Oh. Oh, yes, she does. All right, Miss Anna, I just invited you to go live. Oh, and there she's going to pop up on my screen. I like it. Hi, Anna.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm good.
Where are you located?
So I'm in Philly.
Oh, Philly. I'm into Philly. I have a friend who keeps wanting me to come out. I'm geographically challenged when it comes to the Northeast. You are in the Northeast, right? Is
Yeah.
Jersey and Philly close to each other?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we actually have a beach house in Jersey. It's only like 2 hours from us.
See, 2 hours. My moderator's over there like, no, I have a girlfriend. She's been trying to get me to come to Jersey to do an event with her, like to do a platform event with her. I was
Oh,
like,
so fun.
it is winter. I'm not coming to Jersey
Oh,
anymore.
it's freezing here. I would don't blame you.
No, thank you. If I'm going anywhere, I'm going to the South. And
Oh,
I do
yeah.
have plans to do that after my radiation. So anyway,
Go ahead.
now let's get on to your grandma Joan. Now she is, do you remember her wearing lipstick all the time?
Yes, that's really the makeup that she wore was lipstick.
Yes, and that's what I was feeling. Was it Avon? Why am I seeing Avon?
I don't know the brand. I think it was Avon, but she was very she would go to the dollar store and get her makeup. Like she was she didn't care about
No, she didn't really care about it. She's also now. She's showing me that you have recently become very interested in ingredients of the things that you're putting on your body, like becoming, I don't know if homeopathic, but just becoming more conscious of that. Do you know that to be true?
Yes, so I have psoriasis. So I've been kind of trying to take a hold of it. It's kind of like all over. It's like very all over my body in the winter. So I've been trying to take care of it like holistically and naturally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I knew she was making me feel I needed to be conscious of the ingredients I am using.
Okay.
Okay, I was trying to make sure I wasn't in my ego. So as a medium, sometimes I want to tell you something just as human to human, but I was trying to decide, is this coming from me or is it coming from your grandma? I did a podcast recently featuring the person I use for homeopathic medicine. She's out of Florida, but I work with her online if you're interested in watching that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Be careful. She'll have you on like 5,000. No, I'm teasing. She doesn't really. It's only like 3 or 4, but it just feels like a lot because I've never taken anything before. This lady is also, who has a little doggy on Earth? The doggy is alive. Is it you that has a little doggy?
Yes, we just got a puppy.
Okay, very good. She's showing me someone loving on a little doggy, and I thought it was you. It's so cute. You're a new dog mom then?
Yeah, she's a year old, so I say she's still a puppy.
Yeah, they're exhausting.
Oh, yeah, it's like having a kid.
It is, absolutely. She's also telling me, haven't completely, where are you going? Are you coming back? Yeah. Sorry, I'm parenting for just a moment, Anna.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay. My 22-year-old, or 23, she got a boyfriend. I'll hardly ever see her anymore, this stupid boyfriend. Okay. She's also telling me that you have recently started getting a little bit bored in your career, like wanting to search out something new.
Yeah, so I'm currently in nursing school and I've always been into like acting and modeling and I had to put that on a hold and as of recently I need like I feel like I need to get back into it and I'm trying to find ways like on social media to like I guess that going.
Yes, that's exactly what I was feeling. I couldn't quite figure out what she was telling me. She was showing me, it's like someone with a phone, like taking selfies. I was like, I don't really know what we're doing here, but not that you should be taking selfies, but it was just you in front of the camera. That is absolutely the right path for you. And she's also very proud of you that, you are like, don't give up on your nursing dream. She's like,
Okay.
finish it.
Okay, that's comforting because I just had trouble in my last semester. I have to retake the course and um I was about to give up, but I'm retaking it. So,
You know, the daughter that I was just talking to, she's in nursing school, and the same thing happened to her.
did it? Yeah, it's so
Yes. And anyone that tells me they're in nursing school or they're going to go, I was like, okay, just be prepared to cry every week.
Oh, mine's I cry every day. Every single
Well, she did in the beginning. She has like a year and a half left. So now it's down to once a week.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I feel her.
Yes. And I don't give up on it. Nursing is no joke,
Okay.
but I'm feeling that you need this outlet. She's showing me that you need this other just creative outlet. That's where you, oh, someone else on here, I don't know if you can read in the comments at the same time. Clarissa said she's in nursing school too.
Oh, I just saw that.
Y'all
Yeah.
can start a support group and cry together.
Yeah.
But your grandma is talking about that whenever you start this modeling, you start that creative outlet, it will make other things easier because you're releasing that energy, you're releasing it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
She's very proud of you. Now you are you're either married or have a significant other.
Yeah, I just got engaged actually.
Okay, very good. That's why I was feeling like this energy. It was a little bit more than just a boyfriend, but I wasn't quite feeling marriage. I wasn't quite sure what I was feeling.
Uh-huh.
Very proud of you. She loves him. He's a little cutie patootie.
She loved him. She did.
Oh, she knew him.
Yeah, she knew him. Uh-huh.
Yes. And he treats you. He has a lot of respect for you.
He does. I'm so lucky.
Yes, not just love, which I just put out some information, like a TikTok the other day, some information on. It takes so much more than love to make a relationship work. More takes respect. He has that for you. She's very
Yeah.
happy for you.
Oh, I could
All
cry.
right.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was kind of fun. Okay. We're going to pop over to this gentleman who, I was about to forget him, but y'all can imagine that he is one of those people that would not have let anyone forget him. Okay. This gentleman has a grandfather energy, but he is showing me that he was married several times. I'm getting the number 3, but don't hold me to that. I'm just getting that he was married several times. You know, he was married several times because he shows me he kept looking like he always felt like the grass was greener somewhere else, and he had this eye for women. A little bit full of himself, and being that he's your grandfather, I'm not quite sure you would know that about him. So if I'm giving you some information that you just don't know, don't discount it just because you don't know it. Now, if it's absolutely not true, discount it. He is showing me that he had some kind of sales job. Like I'm seeing he would be in the office doing paperwork sometime, but then he would go out and do sales work also. Office and then out doing in the, I almost said plant. That's no accent. He is showing me that he didn't take care of himself. He was known to have heart problems. He had heart problems for a while, and he just did not do what he needed to do to take care of it. He had no self-control, this gentleman. Self-control was nil in his world. He was from the eastern part, kind of the northeastern part of the United States. What else you got for me, dude? There is, hold on, let me see. I just heard the name and I missed it. I'm hearing the name, but I don't think it's his. I think it's someone around him, like a Frank or a Philip. All right. Let me recap and see if anyone can grab this gentleman. We have a grandpa energy. He was married several times. I'm seeing the number 3, but if you said more, I would not be surprised. He was married so many times because he eye for the ladies, and he kept looking like the grass was always greener. He was showing me it was a thrill of the chase. He would catch these women, marry them, and then kind of get bored after a while. He feels like he had a sales job. He had a desk that he would work at some, but then he would also have to go out. And when I said he would have to go out, I almost said to the plant. He was known to have heart problems, and he had heart problems for quite some time. I'm seeing that he'd even had heart surgery, and he just never did what he needed to do to take care of himself, and it eventually took his life. He was from the northeastern part of the United States, and I'm hearing a name like Frank or Philip around him. I don't necessarily feel like it was his name, but it was around him. All right. Does that feel like anyone? I don't see anyone taking him. What happened with Nat? You said sometimes that happened. Oh, she didn't say that when I was reading it.
Nobody's taken.
All right. Who else we got?
Got a couple of men lined
up. Okay.
Toasted tofu. Brother Casey.
Okay, toasted tofu. Your brother Casey. Why did I say it like that? I said it weird. Casey?
Casey. Initials. Casey.
Oh. Okay. All right.
There's actually another person looking for a Casey.
Okay, let's see who we get here.
Toasted tofu's on.
The gentleman stepping up makes, man, this brother, I mean, y'all had a true like brother-sister relationship, in the fact that if you were in my office, he would make me really just want to annoy the crap out of you. Even as he got older. I said, well, I understand people are like, oh, that's so general. Of course, they were siblings. They annoyed each other. Even as he got older, y'all still annoyed each other. Like, he just liked to tease. That was his personality in general. He liked to tease and pick, and he wanted people to be fun, have fun and laugh. He's also showing me that he had, like, his health was never, as he got older, was never great. It's like, it was one thing he'd complain about, and then he would complain about something else. And it's not like he was a whiner at all. I'm not saying that. It was just, he would have to go to the doctor and get one thing fixed, and he'd have to go to the doctor and get another thing fixed. It was like always something going on in his life.
Yes, very much.
He's also showing me that though y'all were like, he teased and you were back and forth, y'all had a true, poor guy. That's so frustrating when you're just constant hell. It's so exhausting. And I can say that from experience now. Taking care, when you have something chronic going on, it's just exhausting. Going to I love doctors and nurses. Don't get me wrong, but I'm sick of them now. I am. And he is showing me that you were such a huge support to him. You were one of the few people he could talk to. It sucks on Toasted Tofu. It's so fun. You were one of the few people that he could talk to and really express his frustration. Really talk about how frustrated he was, and he was sick of being sick. Because everyone else expected him to be who they wanted him to be, which was fun and teasing and lighthearted. And he could really be his true self with you, and how much he very much appreciated that. 2 peas in a pod. Absolutely. He's also showing me that y'all had, he's showing me food. I'm sorry, he was showing me food. I was trying to figure out what is he and why is he showing me food. It's either fried chicken or chicken fried steak. It's something like that with mashed potatoes. Was that his favorite food?
Cheech and Chong, if you will.
Yeah, because she said there were 2 peas in a pod. Were y'all really chicken chong? What were y'all doing together,
That's
Miss
what
Toasty
I thought
Tofu?
when we first saw it.
Is that why he's showing me the
She said she could make me.
is that why he's showing me the food? Is that y'all were Cheech and Chonging it up and then y'all had to
Nice.
y'all wanted some food? Like the good fried for you food? Yes, it is definitely something fried. It is chicken fried steak, bacon, this fried stuff. He's just really focusing on all these fried foods.
Oh my gosh, yeah, wait. We were 4 a.m. kitchen rats.
Okay, very good. Yeah, because y'all were Cheech and Chonging it up. Oh my goodness. That he is laughing his butts off. Like he is having such a good time with us. He misses hanging out with you so much. And so many times, it's very few times I get spirits like him that are I will get a lot of times people when especially when they have one-on-ones with me or they're in my office like, "Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I felt like I had a good visit." I even had someone make an appointment with me the other day. I'd read her before, and when you make a second appointment with me, I always ask, is there someone new you want to talk to? Do you have questions? And she said, I feel so close to my husband when I'm visiting with you. I just wanted to visit with my husband. So I have my clients say that a lot, but I don't have my spirits say that a lot. And that is exactly what he's saying. Like he says, I just haven't visited her with so long. So he wanted to talk about all those fun memories that y'all had together.
She hadn't felt his presence in a while.
Sometimes when we are busy, when we get so used to our spirits being around us, they just become part of the air that we breathe, that we will not have the presence around us. Now, he is showing me that he does wake you up around the time that y'all would be going to the kitchen, like that 3-4 o'clock, that bewitching hour. He does wake you up. Have you noticed yourself waking up like between 3:30 and 4 every morning, Toasted Tofu? He shows me that, yes, that is him. You want me to slap him for you? Oh my goodness. I hate it when spirits wake me up at that time in the morning because I've had enough sleep. I can't go back to sleep. But it's too early. Who wants to get up at that time? That's so funny. Slap him into next Thursday. You know what? I turned to him. He's like, just joking. He knows I can't slap over there. He is saying that, I asked him why, in all seriousness, why that time, and because he knew you've been asking him, where are you, why can't I feel you, and he could hear you asking those questions, and he was trying to get to you, and you couldn't feel him. So then he woke you up at a time that you would remember that y'all were just being silly and goofy, and it was just the two of you hanging out, hoping that you would recognize that was him. All right. Thank you so much, Toasted Tofu, for letting me read him. Thank you.
We might have a taker on your guy.
Oh, we have a taker on my guy.
Just Brittany.
Just Brittany? Did she say who he was?
It was a long time ago. But I'm sure she's still on.
He said, yes, you did make the right decision. Okay. Just Brittany? All right. Lauren, hang tight. I'll come back and answer that question after I get the spirit taken care of. Your dad, Lenny. Okay. You're welcome, Toasted Tofu. You're welcome, sweetheart. All right. So, just Brittany, your daddy was a ladies' man now, was he? Did he have an eye for the ladies? What he is saying is, I was wondering, how many followers does she have? Oh, I'm about to invite you to go live, Brittany. Here she comes.
Who's married 10 times?
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Who can even get married that many times, Brittany?
Well, it was over multiple states. But yes, he was very much so a ladies' man.
Yes, he was. And I love that he did exactly, for you, Brittany, and the people listening, he did exactly what spirits do. Is he gave me information. Like, he came up and he was just kind of sleazy. He's one of those guys who I would have spotted a mile away, and I'd have been like, go away. And he came up with that energy because he knew you would peg it. Like, he knew when I was.
I can honestly say something. I saw the notification you were live, and I wasn't going to do it because I was kind of busy, and something told me to click on your live. And as soon as I did, you were talking about my dad, and I had to subscribe immediately. I was like, that's my dad.
Oh my goodness. That has happened several times lately where people will not have subscribed to me, and I will have the spirit stepping up, and they will have to subscribe to grab their spirit. So I appreciate the spirit world. Don't you like how the spirit world's doing great marketing for me, Brittany? I appreciate them.
Yes.
They're doing
I've followed you for so long now.
Oh, thank you. Your dad is saying that, he was so lucky to have you for a daughter because you have a great way about you of being able to acknowledge your dad had some serious faults, but you also could overlook those and love him for who he was.
I was the only one that could.
He is saying that, he didn't word it in the way, because a lot of times spirit will say, oh, they looked at me through rose-colored glasses. You didn't look at him through rose-colored glasses. You knew what his faults were, and you loved him anyway. And he is just talking about how he wishes that he was still, I don't have spirits say this very often. He says he wishes he was still here to support you. And I was like, what do you mean by that? He is saying lately, you've been going through a horrendous time. Like, where you were feeling very stressed and overloaded and overburdened. And it's not in just one area of your life. It's like the hits keep on coming. Every time you turn around, you're like, Lord, have mercy. God, did you not get the memo? I am not your strong soldier this year.
Yes, ma'am.
I know those feels, and they are no good. Just so you know, there's no good. I don't have any words of wisdom for you, Miss Brittany. He is saying that this too shall pass, and you are like, you don't have a good support system.
No, I mean, I do, but I kind of don't.
It's not that you don't have people to love you. I'm not saying that.
Yes.
But like, one of my daughters got some not great news the other day. We rallied. I was dropping things, making dinner, grabbing kids, having her over, doing all that stuff. You don't really have that in your life.
No.
And that's what he's talking about is, you don't have that support. You have people.
He was my last family member that I had. I have no more family that left.
He is.
And I'm only 35.
Yes.
So.
He is saying, that's really young. He is saying that, oh my goodness, your dad also had kind of a off the cuff sense of humor.
Very much so.
Because, we're getting a little bit serious here. It's a little bit too much for him. So he's showing me, usually spirits will step up and say, it's hard being the last man standing, just really heartfelt. I turn to him and he shows me someone pulling the short straw. And the only time I have people get me information, like I'm about to tell you with a short straw, is people that have like senses of humor that were kind of like, oh my goodness, Dad, really? Because it's so hard to be the last person left behind. People think, oh my goodness, it's so hard to die. No, it's not. Staying behind is the hard part.
Yes.
Staying behind and picking up the pieces and doing all those things is the hard part. And so your dad was like, instead of saying, oh, I'm so sorry, honey, it's hard to be the last man standing, he's like, yeah, it sucks. You drew the short straw.
I did.
That's your dad's.
But I always used to say that. My parents actually met in rehab. So I've always said, I always I got the short end of the stick.
Very good. So then it
So,
means something more than what I thought it did. I was feeling a little bit uncomfortable, if you could tell, telling you this information this way, because it's like, Dad, this is a little bit harsh. Your daughter here, she's having, yeah.
oh no, I have a great sense of humor, just like he did about everything. And so, I mean, to a certain point.
Right.
But yeah.
Now, is one of your kids putting you through the ringer?
Yes. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. I thought he was going to give me some great words of wisdom. Your dad is great at identifying problems, not so great at giving you words of wisdom.
That is sure. For sure.
Oh my goodness. Spirits don't lose their personalities when they head over to heaven.
Oh.
He is telling you that you're doing the right thing. And what he is showing me is, at some point, all of my kids, you try to keep them on this path. And I'm not saying that you try to be strict or any of that, but there is certain paths that you want them to be on to be decent humans.
Yes.
And some of your kids will get off that path more than others. And you feel like those kids you're just constantly on, reminding them that they're off the path. And your dad's saying that you are doing the right thing. Like, I feel like you feel yourself being too nagging, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just always on this kid, but this kid is not giving me any choice but to be on them all the time. And your dad is saying you're making the right choice, like you're doing the right things by this child.
Oh wow. Thank you.
Of course, I know it's tough. It's tough being a mama.
Oh yes.
Don't give in. He's very much saying, so I don't know if you've been thinking lately about, oh my goodness, I'm just going to let them do what they want, or I'm just going to maybe loosen the reins some.
Okay.
He's saying don't. Like, you're almost on that cusp. There comes a time when you have kids like that, when you're constantly, and some of this is, yes, I have my undergrad is in child development. So some of it is book and some of it is life that I'm giving you.
Yes.
There comes a time with those kids where when you are like, they're going to just pushing the limits and pushing the limits and pushing the limits, and they keep on and keep on. And then all of a sudden they'll back off and they'll give you a breather for a little while. Just be prepared that when you're in that breathing season, they're going to attack those guidelines, the rules again. So just be prepared. Something to look forward to, Mom.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for letting me read your dad. And
I so much appreciate it. You are absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that. And don't give up, Mom. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. I'm so glad we got Mr. Philanderer here taken care of. Okay. So we did. Okay, no one else is on my list too. Oh, I was going to answer the question. What was that question that Lauren had? How can you tell it's your loved one stepping up? Okay. There's a couple of ways, and I'm going to kind of give you some things to think through whenever you are getting notification from spirits. You feel like they're trying to contact you. And so one is, if you had a spirit that loved music, they're going to contact you through music. They'll be messing with your earbuds, and they're going to be messing with whatever you play music on. If you had a spirit that was into TV, like had a certain show they just loved all the time, they're going to mess with the TV. If you had a spirit, if it was a husband, and maybe every night when you go to bed, like you're just really looking at that side of the bed, really mourning that time where he would just be, there was never a time you can remember looking over there, him not being there. He's going to do something at night. You're either going to feel him pressing down on your bed, or he's going to wake you up. So they're going to contact you at times where you're going to really remember them. I had a lady the other day, her dad stepped up, and I was like, do you have squirrels around you? Your dad is showing me that he really messes with the squirrels in your yard. He had fed squirrels whenever he was alive. So they're going to contact you in ways that fits their personality. Also, That's the most prominent way. The next way is if you have a bird fly by, and I'm not talking about 10 miles away, no, a bird doing something weird, like you have a cardinal or some kind of crow or something just come and look at your face, then you, who drops into your head at that moment? Like when that crow flies over or that bird flies over, who drops into your head at that moment? Now, I also want to tell you something that, as I was mentioning this crow, that was hesitation because my guide was dropping something into my head to talk about. And I was like, what is she saying? Okay, so the other day, a girlfriend, another psychic medium, asked me, Christy, who's my spirit animal? I don't know. I've never had anyone ask me that question. She said, who is it? And I was like, oh, a deer. And she said, a deer doesn't fit me. I said, I'm telling you, you asked me the question and I gave you the answer. So then she Googled deer. And the spirit animal deer fit her perfectly. And I said, so what's mine? And she said, oh, a crow. Hold on, someone is on there. Hold on, I'm so sorry. I have to answer this text real quick. Someone's wanting my address because they're coming over to work on a case, missing persons case. And she says, I can't find your address. Okay. So now this summer, we have a pool, and out by the pool there was a crow that would be staring at me all the dadgum time, and I was completely blowing it off. Now, why am I telling you this story? Because don't feel bad when you don't recognize the signs, because even a trained psychic medium does. When it comes to our own selves, sometimes we miss the signs. So don't feel bad when you do. We all do it. Second guess ourselves. I was just teaching my intro to mediumship class, and last night we were reading some photographs. It was the second night of intro, and everyone's like, I can't trust myself. I said, no one can, honey. That's the hardest thing as a psychic medium, is to trust yourself. All right. Who else we got?
We have next Alyssa.
Alyssa, father-in-law, Mike.
She might come across as Alyssa does hair.
Alyssa, father-in-law, Mike, Alyssa does hair. Okay, someone here, and I'm just doing this because now it's fun. Like, you don't know, you just think as a psychic medium, like I have been asked every question under the book, I think, until my girlfriend was like, Christy, who's my spirit animal? And so then I just told her what I got. And so you know, as a psychic medium, your skills are constantly being moved forward into a different realm. So someone here wants to know their spirit animal. I'm about to tell them. Let's see. Oh, Rebecca. I was trying to figure out. Okay. Okay, Rebecca. This isn't sexy, and I know. Just as my girlfriend did not think the deer was sexy, she's like, I'm not a deer, because she thought of a deer as being prey, like a deer is preyed upon. But when she actually Googled the meaning of the spirit animal deer, it fit her perfectly. Same thing as a crow. I mean, mine is a crow, really. Ugh. But once we Googled what a crow meant, it fit me perfectly. So, Rebecca, with you, I'm getting a rabbit. So Google what that means. Spirit animal rabbit. Okay, so we have Alyssa, her father-in-law, Mike. Okay. Miss Alyssa, father-in-law, Mike. Did you Google rabbit?
No, you started a thing.
I started a thing. Yeah. I'm always starting things. I'm really good at starting things.
Nat wants to know hers. Lauren wants to know hers.
Okay, Rebecca, though, Google it. Google it and put in the comments if it fits you. Like, Google it and put in the comments, like, what about the rabbit fits you. Inquiring minds want to know. All right. Your father-in-law, so Alyssa was being kind of funny because he's been standing here for a minute, but I'm like all into the spirit animal thing now. And he's like, focus, honey, focus. Thank you, Rebecca. Google away. But he's kind of teasing me, but he would have been bossy. So he's someone that when it was his time, when he wanted attention, he wanted it right then. He wasn't the most patient man in the world. When it came to, I'm hearing wasting time. And it's not like he was rude or, mean, you have to do this, you have to do that. But when it came to wasting time, he always felt like people needed to be productive. And he feels like I'm just wasting too much time right here. He's also telling me that he listened to music a lot. And I'm not saying he played music or any of that, but he, very good. She said yes. Yeah, it's like, Lissa, I'm like, leave me alone. We're having a good time. You have eternity. You can wait. He is also showing me, Alyssa, that you've been thinking of expanding your business. I'm sorry, I was getting a message. I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, and that was my hair lady making sure I remembered. Everyone's concerned because I think I'm so preoccupied with my radiation. I'm going to forget things. So my lady was like, "Remember, I have you down 11 o'clock tomorrow." I remember. You are, you have made the right choices. So sometimes, Alyssa, when we feel like we are, like we're being pulled in a different direction, we think, "Oh no, have we made a different? Should have made different choices?" And he's saying, "No, you were where you needed to be for a certain length of time, and now it's time for you to grow and expand. And what you're thinking of doing is the right choice." There's some fear behind it. Like whatever this next step you're going to make, this choice you're thinking of doing, there's some fear behind it. And he's making sure he wants to tell you, he wants to give you strength and power. And he's saying that only in stepping out in that fear will you be rewarded. Also, he's been messing with his son's music. He also wants to thank you for being a saint and putting up with his son. And he's not saying that his son has done anything especially terrible, but he can just be a little bit hard-headed like his father, he is saying. And so he wants to thank you for putting up with his hard-headed son. Now, he's showing me someone on earth has part of his name, like a grandson. I don't feel like it's his children. I feel like it's a generation down, like one of his grandchildren has. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. She said the rabbit was spot on. Thank you for Googling and getting back to us. We appreciate it. He's saying he's taking me down to like a grandchild that has part of his name. An acknowledgement, he sees what's going on. He's also saying that you can talk to him. Yes, your sister-in-law's son. Okay, very good. I didn't feel like it was your son. Whenever spirits say that, it's a sign. It's more confirmation that I have who I have. And also, he's around those grandbabies a lot. He has several of them, he's showing me, and he's around those grandbabies all the time. He loves those grandbabies. And he is, wishing he could have been around them more, because he's saying he was much better grandparent than he was. Aren't we all? I'm just going to tell you right now, dude. We're all much better grandparents than we are parents. We are. We've learned a few things during those parenting moments. Makes us much better grandparents, I tell you. All right. Thank you, Miss Alyssa, for letting me read him. I appreciate it. Yes, he was amazing. Okay, let's do some more of these spirit animals. Let's see who else was asking for one. Okay, Lauren, because Lauren, I'm not reading her. I'm giving her a spirit animal. The first thing that dropped in because Lauren was an antelope. So now your job is to Google and let us know if it fits. Natophobic. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm seeing a jaguar or a panther. Okay, natophobic. It's either a jaguar or a panther. I think I'm seeing a panther. Okay, so ladies, y'all's job is to Google and put in the comments if it fits. Like, what about this animal fits you? Inquiring minds and all. We need to know. Mostly the medium needs to know if she's right or not.
Schools, the Jaguars.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that funny? Natophobic said her school is the Jaguars. That's funny. I'm moody. Again, this is another not sexy one, but I want you to Google it and let me know. I'm seeing a mouse. Some of those are, like when you Google spirit animal meanings, they're not usually what you think. Like my girlfriend who didn't want the deer to be her spirit animal, she was arguing with me. I was like, just Google it. And when we read it, she's like, oh my gosh, that fits me perfectly. But she kept arguing with the part that was, yeah, so Google, I don't know, can you?
I already Googled the mouse.
What is it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think if it's...
Okay, so here's what a mouse spirit animal is. What is it?
Some careful use of resources.
Careful use of resources.
Whether it's regarding finances, personal energy, or emotional output.
Whether it's regarding finances, energy, or personal output. Emotional output. That fits I'm moody perfectly.
The quote is, when it's gone, it's gone.
The quote is for the mouse spirit animal, when it's gone, it's gone. I think that fits I'm moody perfectly. I don't know her well, but I just know from seeing her on my lives, you get a feel for people's personalities, and that fits her perfectly.
I think I'm a donkey.
Toasted tofu or your jackass? Is that what you're saying? All right, who else we got here? Okay, Sweet Buttercup. Sweet Buttercup, I saw a lion for you. Y'all's job, as I'm giving you these spirit animals, is to be Googling and then putting in the comments if it fits. Who else we got? The one-on-one.
New marketing idea. Subscribe to find out your spirit animal.
Can someone put that in there?
Yeah.
I like that marketing idea. Someone put on there, subscribe to find out your spirit animal. I have a social media person, but there's also always room for more. That's a good market. Okay, Heather Muir. Okay, Heather. It was either I want to say a pigeon. You see, sometimes I get in my own head because I saw a pigeon. I thought, who wants a pigeon? But like the mouse that fit Marilyn perfectly. Okay, so Heather, pigeon. Okay, let's see. Ash Renee.
The antelope is legit for Lauren. Antelope. She said it's legit.
Okay, Lauren said the antelope fit her perfectly. All right, so who was I just saying? Who was I going to give one to?
You can do a session for spirit animals.
Ashley Renee. That's okay. Ashley Renee. Oh my goodness, I just saw a lizard. Google lizard. I saw a lizard, Ashley Renee, but I'm having see, as a medium, we still get in our heads. I'm like, what the heck? A lizard? Okay, what does that mean?
Fast recovery and adaptability.
Ooh, Ashley Renee. Fast recovery and adaptability. I can get on board with that.
You live your life in a higher vibration than most.
You live your life in a higher vibration than most. I bet that fits. See, sometimes when these animals drop in, I'm like, what? What am I seeing here? Does this fit? All right. Moon Lover. Moon Lover, what is your name? What is your actual name?
It's not on here.
Moon Lover, that name's throwing me off.
Yeah, how about a name?
Yes, because like Moon Lover puts me at night, and I was seeing a bat, and I said, am I seeing a bat because I'm at night, or is that actually connected to you?
Actually says you definitely her.
Okay, very good, very good. Natophobic said the panther / jaguar was accurately scary. Oh my goodness, how funny. Mrs. Ashton. That was so funny. Just subscribe. What is my spirit animal? Oh my goodness. I don't know who started that on my live, but here we go. Okay, who was that? Ashton. I'm seeing a blue jay. Mrs. Ashton, a blue jay.
Oh, that's Catherine.
All right. Okay, D.
D asked, yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing it. I'm just not quite sure what it is. What is this animal? It's sitting in my hand, and it reminds me of a rabbit, but it's not a rabbit.
Wow, there's a lot.
Name some. What's the first name?
Mink was the first one that came to mind.
Mink. What's a mink?
It's not like a rabbit per se. It's more like a mouse kind of.
Yes, a mink. Okay, yep, that's it, D. A mink. All right, a chinchilla. That's a good guess. I think it was a mink. Okay, so Miss Sweet Buttercup, did I give you lion? Lion appears who needs to reclaim their space and take back a leadership role in life.
A mink shows how to walk in the spiritual and physical world with joy and playfulness.
A mink shows how to walk in the spiritual world and
physical,
physical world with joy and playfulness.
Along with a balance of fighting for the cause.
Along with a balance of fighting for the cause. D. That is so fitting for you. That is like crazy. Okay.
Wow. My comments stopped for a minute now.
I'm sorry that Tofu, I'm moody. You weren't too fond of the mouse, but it was very fitting. Like it was very fitting. I know some of these are not like you think you know what an animal means, but they're very okay. Nikki. Wow, Nikki, an eagle. You need some freedom? Are you feeling the need for freedom? Okay. Okay, a couple more, and then we're gonna get back to some. I don't know who started this tonight.
Eagles are strong and influential.
Who started this spirit thing tonight?
You did.
No, someone asked me.
Sure.
I think it was Rebecca. Rebecca, did you start this mess?
Yes, Rebecca.
All Rebecca's fault. All right. Who am I missing here? Amy Cooper. I'm seeing a deer, but I'm actually seeing a doe. And I'm not sure if there's a difference between the two. I actually saw a doe, not just a deer. It was a doe. It was clearly a female deer.
Allie. Allie wants to know hers.
Allie. Gosh. So an ant. What does an ant mean? Okay, Allie, I saw an ant. So I make my poor moderator, because some of these I'm like, what? I'm making him Google them.
Ant. Willpower, diligence, patience, tenacity, endurance.
Okay, wait a minute. Allie, it was an ant is what I saw, and it's willpower, endurance, tenacity, diligence, patience, fidelity.
It's all good stuff.
Yeah. When I was blaming Rebecca for starting this off, she says it's because I'm a rabbit and I'm a leader. That's right, honey. You own that crap.
Well done, Rebecca. Well
okay. Peyton.
Peyton with an E.
Peyton with an E. I'm going to give you yours because I have a Peyton with an A. That's one. I have a daughter named that. Peyton with an E. Just saw a snake. What does snake mean?
That's the best one.
Okay, who was that? Peyton with an E. I saw a snake, which was a little bit like what? But my moderator said, "Ooh, that's the best one yet."
Transformation and rebirth.
Transformation and rebirth.
Guidance and spiritual journeys.
Guidance and spiritual journeys.
Healing.
Healing.
Protection against negative energy.
Protection against negative energy.
Strengthening of your inner power and self-confidence.
Strengthening of your inner power and self-confidence. There you go.
That's good news.
Everyone has a spirit animal. Yes, and as y'all can tell, I'm just giving you what I get, because some of them I'm like, what? I was almost afraid to say snake, but it was actually a really good one. Okay, let's get back to, let's do a couple more readings, because I'm going to have someone here soon. We're working on a forensics case. We got to get down to dirtiness tonight. All right, who we got? You got somebody?
Shannon, her friend, Kara, Karra.
Okay, Shannon, your friend Kara. As I was tapping into her, I got a ton of new things, like a ton of things dropped in. I was seeing someone holding a drink, but I'm also feeling that she was in an accident. Did she ever get into an accident while she was drinking? And I'm not saying that's what killed her, but she's making me... You love the pigeon. It's confirmed a few things for you. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you, Heather, for confirming that. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I'm also seeing Kara loving music of all kinds. Like this girl, her playlist could have resembled mine. Everything from pentatonics to Eminem. She's also showing me...
I'm not sure if she died young.
Oh, okay. Too young to drink? Because she's definitely showing me her drinking. She's also showing me loving all kinds of music and loving fashion, and not in the way that we think. Like when you think of, say, people say,
She said no.
oh, she was
Not too young.
Oh, okay, very good. Okay.
Too old.
You know, when you think of fashion, you think of New York Fashion Week and all these crazy kind of fashion things. And that's not the kind of fashion she's showing. I'm thinking everyday fashion. Like she loved clothes. She loved like mixing things up. And she would wear things that would actually work. But, you know, something I probably would have been too scared to wear. And she just had a very creative mind. She's also showing me, Shannon, that, okay, yes, very good. Thank you for confirming that. And she's saying, you like me, Shannon, could really care less about it. I mean, not that I don't like to look cute and don't like to wear some cute things, but fashion is not important to me. I am more of classic, like wear the same thing. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Shannon, I'm the type that will, if I see a shirt I like, I would just buy it in 5 different colors and wear it. And she's saying you do the same thing. Like if you find something you like, you'll just buy it in all the colors and that's what you're going to wear. I do the same thing. It's easy. And why go against the grain? Shannon, she's also saying that she got serious all of a sudden. Like she was having all this fun and then she got serious and said that there is a friend you've been helping and you really need to be careful. Like you're giving too much energy to that friend. You're giving too much out. And it's just a warning. And she's saying it very gently. Like she's giving this warning very gently. Like you just don't want to acknowledge that about someone because you're just such a sweet... Oh, you went to beauty school together. Very good. So she was old enough to drink. She is also saying that you need to start putting up some boundaries, honey. Like, you are very empathic, and you just take on the energies of all those around you. Can you make sure is someone here? Sorry, sending my moderator off. She is saying that oh yeah, that's tough. We just want to kind of go out and be our loving selves. We can be our loving selves, but make sure you're putting up some protection. I thought I heard someone here. It's my person here. We're about to, like I said, work a forensics case. Here we go. She is saying to also, you would be very good at journaling, Shannon. You really need to start journaling. She is saying that would be a great way for you to process some feelings. You have a bit of trauma. She is saying she died in a tragic death. It feels that. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I'm feeling this accident, like this huge, terrible accident that she died in. And right before that, she was showing me she was drinking. I couldn't decide if the drinking was related to the accident, or if she was just showing me that she liked to have a good time. She was showing me, Shannon, to make sure you're journaling. You would be very good at like processing some of those feelings. And was the person that shot her drinking? Because I'm definitely feeling alcohol involved. Is she coming back? Are you coming back? Come on back.
Sorry.
Yeah, come on. I'm just live. How about I close it down? All right. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. I'm about to do some more work. Y'all want to say hi? There she is. I do. If you come to my office and I am live, you get put on camera. That's just the way it is. All right. Y'all have a good evening, and thank y'all for joining me.